What did I get this number? I'm at list 4. Okay. Okay. So, we're doing some satisfactory. Guess that makes for reanimated Sam, but what about... Okay, so... Sam Fluctuator takes the crafting bench. I can't make it using anything else yet. Okay, so that construction implementation was useless. I'm sorry. I know I'm broken, I know I'm wrong, but that was pissing me off. And we're over at that skill factory. We're gonna make steel factory. Did I literally just take up the entirety of that truck? Like, maybe that was not a worthwhile expenditure of time. Gotta be honest. I've seen better results. Fix some modular frames, and then we're gonna get going, because going needs to get going. Nose? Yes, I conked the glass. I'm also going to be using this, what is it, normal node, because that can very easily enable, that can enable steel rotors. It's copper wire and steel pipes, which means that I can then have that as a sync option as well. But I'm going to take you, increase you to a Mach 3. That way you're actually going to produce equally between these two lines. Speaking of equally between those two lines, let's get going. Since I keep forgetting to say this inside the Phasmophobia videos. Flashing light warning. Wii U, flashing light warning. The streaming content that you're watching is probably going to have some flashing lights. Shouldn't be too bad. But if I'm playing a game in the future, I keep on forgetting to actively speaking say there's flashing lights in it. There's your warning. Your flashing light warning is this thing. I just spent all that time getting the power splits. So that I could do that. And then I waste my time with this. Shameful. Absolutely shameful. I'm like, oh yeah, it'll make things faster. It'll make things faster. If I remember to use them. The qualifier is if I remember to use them. It'll make things faster. It'll take twice as many resources, but will, actively speaking, improve our output exponentially. If I remember, half of what I need to do to, actively speaking, use that. Okay, so let's get some organization set up. I know that usually it's a bad idea to use power slugs extensively, mainly because, functionally speaking, you can go overboard with it very quickly. Okay. Far more experienced a gamer than I have most certainly gone full Rambo mode on the stinking power slugs and given themselves power-ups out the wazoo. Okay, trust me on that one. That's just get the supply going. But it's not quick enough, huh? Well, I don't actually know if that's a good idea to improve the speed past that much more. Just because it's not really going that fast inward. Okay. Because this thing's actually producing 2 amount, that'll actually improve things a little bit. This, on the other hand, will take a while to upgrade, but might just be worth it. I kind of wanted there to be like stuff over here, and there will be, but for nowsies, I think that it actually just makes sense to keep constructors over here. So maybe we actually just want a line like this. Yeah, like this. And then, let's say at this point, let's just add some backlog, you know? Or, could have done something better. But, okay. For right now, this is what I've got. It's messy, it's dirty, it's disgusting. But it is an initial foundry. Steel foundry, whatever the heck you want to refer to it as. I don't like it. I gotta be honest. I did it badly. I had this cool idea of taking it from the center so that you could just think and take from the center line and that would be enough steel for you. And to be honest, that is kind of how that speak played out. Like, let's not sink a joke around here. But either way, I gotta set up some steel, or some level 3 belts elsewhere, so that going through so quickly, too. I gotta be honest, I like this. And I do feel like this will actually overarchingly be a good thing. Oh, that actually might be a good place for me to actually increase this. Intriguingly enough. This one takes a lot at a time. But at the opposing end of it, this thing is cooking so quickly. Speaking of which, where's our power consumption at? Oh. Oh. Hmm. But at the opposing end of it, my steel factory is up and running the near entirety. I mean, for now, I don't really have that much use for the individual field parts. Sparse from one action, and that would take power, lots of power. Not lots of power, but an annoying amount of power. Because functionally, that would mean I don't really mind underrunning this, since it's only to kind of expedite the process. Or it's only in addition to the existing, like, draft format. So what actually would be going on would be that would go to that, which would go to that, which, because I'd be using the MAM at this point, I could get this, which then would enable me to take this output in there. Now, why did I basically auto-select that real quick? Because functionally speaking, it's one of the few useful recipes I've gotten recently, basically. If we look at all the rest of these, like, this is nice, apparently. This would be cool if I needed that. I don't really. This is good. If I had water, then that would probably, or the ability to add water, that might be useful. This, all is junk. Like, this at least is better, but it's not that good. I know that I shouldn't be selecting those if I don't really want the hard drive thingamabob, but I gotta be honest, later on I might have more use for it. So, it's kind of one of those things where I'd rather just select it now, so it's out of my way. Yeah, as far as this goes, yeah. probably about the cutoff point. Whether or not I like that. But before I go, I'm gonna get some other things done. Anyway, ignoring the messy ordeal that I do have ahead of me because I have to transfer the water format. I have to change out the two storage containers for the industrial grade type storage containers and continue on from that format. But for nowsies, I did want to, actively speaking, do this. And just finish off nutrients, you know? I always press space to actively research the thing. Curiosity killed the cat.
Nutritional inhaler recipe unlocked. Using this inhaler will restore health, and also gives your skin a radiant glow that is connected to well-being and probably not radioactivity.
That's nice. So the nutritional inhaler is different how from the normal inhaler? Is it literally the same thing? Does it count as equipment? So it's a medical inhaler, but it can be made in the exact same manner, but with more nutritional elements instead. So, and also it's actually cheaper on the nuts, which is actually a lot better than it sounds. I'm also going to go down the route of the mycelia stuff just because I have so many berries. It's obnoxious the amount of berries I have. I also technically could research that real quick, but I couldn't finish it off entirely, so what's the real use? Yeah.
Vitamin inhaler recipe unlocked. Not only does it
Cool.
restore your health, it also acts as a preventative supplement against scurvy and other shortage-induced conditions. Unfortunately, it does
Awesome.
not improve aesthetics, but Pioneer helmets are built to withstand extreme circumstances.
Cool.
Therapeutic inhaler recipe unlocked. It smells like fried breakfast-induced cardiac arrest, but surprisingly, it restores you to full health.
Awesome. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some of those berries and we're going to relieve them of their lack of utility. By just making a bunch of inhalers with them. That would be nice. It would be nice. That'd be okay. This would be very utilizably useful. And very boring to watch me acquire. But I think I'm actually going to have to go for... Actually, yeah, this makes the most sense. So this allows me to get some more use out of the steel. And means that I've got something to do next time. But... You know what? I'm gonna do one last thing in manual research, and then I'm gonna count myself as done for today. Because it makes sense to do the steel research when I actually can get steel research better off. Or better going. So what I'm actually gonna do is... I'm gonna clear out my inventory before you guys come back. But, this is a nice little thing that I can do. And that is another nice little thing that I can do.
Tool belt expanded. I compounded sulfur's tristatic atom matrix into
Cool.
a quadrimensional gate vortex. You can now carry more stuff.
Thank you. And we're gonna add that in too.
Tool belt expanded. No alien organisms were harmed during the creation of this tool belt.
What? That's disappointing. Wait. Wait. That would be useful for while I'm gone. Oh, this. You know what? I'm gonna go here. We're gonna set this up properly next time. But for now, this will enable us to get some real quick these things.
Milestone reached. The Miner Mark II allows extraction of resources from nature to
Right.
fix it at twice the speed of the Mark I model.
Motor.
Miners can be directly upgraded to Mark II without removing the Mark I model, just like conveyor belts and other upgradable infrastructure. Unfortunately, setting up the production of advanced steel parts and project part number 3, automated wiring, will not be as easy. Every moment you delay reduces the chances of saving humanity. I will not show you the predictions, it would only demotivate you.
No. Well, unfortunately, we got demotivated right before we, ethically speaking, got stuff up and running. It's a rather sad day. I'm going to real quick try and... Yeah, I'm not going to get that many engines that quickly, unfortunately. But what I can do is definitely just... forget how many I require real quick, you know. That's something I definitely can do. But this will actually speed up our stuff. Anyway.
Explorer unlocked. This personnel transport vehicle facilitates rapid traversal of difficult terrain and climbs like a mountain goat that has returned from extinction.
What? Both of us, I thought that they could kill off mountain goats. Those things are a little tougher than you're giving them credit for, okay, Buster? Now that's how you know this one's fiction. Why do I think that the mountain goat couldn't, actively speaking, be killed off that easily? Well, simple. It's a goat. But you know, it's like the greatest of all time inside of the mountain. A mountain greatest of all time? That's a pretty hard thing to beat. Like, how many greatest of all times do you run into in the mountain? Plenty. Okay, functionally speaking, it is a very difficult place to live. Okay? It survived the mountain, it'll survive an apocalypse. Okay, that's just one of those things. As you can tell, my driving skills are not exactly the best, but we'll see what we can do. I'll figure that out later. I gotta make some good roads for it. Unfortunately, right now, what I have is these monstrosities. But yeah. If you liked what you saw, then I'm going to go ahead and just plain out leave you to the to be continued screen because it's got a better way of talking than I do right now. I'm just gonna inform you. Okay, so enjoy. Also, I'm gonna sneak in with this. To be continued. Tune in next time to see what happens next inside of this video recording playlist thingamabobby. And if you like the video or dislike the video, hit the buttons accordingly. If you personally subscribe to the channel over this video, welcome to Red. If you want to comments, I'm usually going to reply to comments, even if it's a relatively annoying response, because I functionally speaking can't sit down and hack first this kind of crap, because I actually do want the comments. I've been trying to interact a lot with the bloody comments. Don't die, it's no fun. Toodles!